Hello and welcome to my video lesson 8.2a where we're solving systems using substitution. So the key here is this is actually just 1/2 of 8.2, which 8.2 is solving systems algebraically. We're using substitution right now, but you can also use elimination, which we'll look at in the next video. So this is actually my favorite method out of the three, graphing, substitution, and elimination. And let's take a look at this right now. So first of all, here we have a set of systems, so a system of equations here, where we want to solve for x, or solve for, well, any of the variables, but what we want to do here is solve for x because the y's are very, very simple. They're so simple that we can actually make them, we can see that y equals this and y equals this, which means that we can actually say if y equals 3x plus 4 and y equals x squared plus 2x minus 1, then they can actually be equal to each other, as I've just shown. This is wonderful because it allows us to solve for x. We can now kind of ignore the first part of the equation, which is the y squared equals, and we can just look at the rest of it. So we're going to just move things around. So we're going to move the 3x over and the 4 over. So the first one will be minus 3x. Now maybe I'll do this properly. Minus 3x minus 4. And here we'll have minus 3x minus 4. And so we've now moved it over by getting a 0 on, oops, I'll just undo that. Maybe I'll use different color. By getting a 0 on this side. And so now we have 0 equals x squared minus x minus 5. And I've tried to make sure that these numbers work out in the end to nice, easy to work with answers, but let's see if I've done that. So x minus 3x plus 2. And does that work? Oh man, I meant to make that a 6, didn't I? Yep, I meant to make that a 6. See? And I've already screwed up one. So that would change this to a 6, this to a 2 minus 3x. Now it should work out. Okay, and this next one here we have y equals 2x squared minus 5x plus 6, and we have x squared plus x minus 2. So here we can see that it's going to be the same sort of situation. So we're going to have 2x squared minus 5x plus 6. On the other side, we're going to have x squared plus x minus 2. And now we're going to just move things across. So looks like this way is easier, right? So we're going to subtract by x squared, subtract by x squared. I'm going to subtract by x, subtract by x. We're going to add 2, and so that allows us to cancel there, cancel there, cancel there. And now we're left with plus 8, plus 6x, and just x squared here, which now should, hopefully, again, if I've done it right, go to 4 and 2, or they're both negative 4 and negative 2. Okay, so again, we just solved for the x value. Now over here, we're going to do the last one. And so this one is much more complicated. Well, not really all that much more complicated. We just have to rearrange and solve for y first, and then we can substitute it back in. So this one looks like the easier thing to rearrange, so I'm going to do that right now by moving the 7x over and the 3 over. So now we're left with y equals 2x squared minus 7x plus 3. Okay, and now at this point we can take that value and put it into the top equation. So 2x squared minus 2, and then the entire y value. And that equals 4x minus 6. Let's see how well this works out here. Now we're going to simplify and start to cancel things. Let's take all of our x's over, all of our numbers over. So we have minus 4x here, plus 6. Let's get a minus 4x plus 6 here. So now that we do that, we're going to have 0 on the right-hand side. And on the left-hand side, we're going to have all of this fun stuff. And let's multiply in the 2 here, here, and here. So we're going to have 4x squared, negative, positive. So 2 negatives make a positive. So we have plus 14x minus 6. Okay, it's looking really complicated, but let's try to simplify things out. So we can just add up all of the different parts together. So that would give us negative 2x squared. Oh, that's supposed to be an x here. We should have plus 10x. Plus 0. I think it didn't do what I wanted it to do. I think I have the sign wrong. Okay, that's fine. It'll still work out. Equals 0. Okay, but now at this point what we can notice is we can factor this out a little bit. So let's do that. So we can take out a negative 2x, and we can have x plus 10, no, plus 5 equals 0. No, minus 5. There you go. Okay. So we have solved, as in factored, for each of these, solving for our x value, which is great, but it does not, we haven't actually set an x value, and it doesn't tell us our y value. So first of all, you take a look at the inside of the brackets here to figure out that x is equal to negative 2 comma 3. Again, reminder, just you flip the sign. So same thing over here, x equals 2 comma 4, and here we have two values of x equals 0 comma 5. Okay, so those are great values of x. It's fine, it's great, whatever. But then what we can do is we can substitute those values back into our original equation in order to solve for y. I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to choose the one I solved for here. Okay, so let's zoom in on this top one here and see if we can solve that. So y equals 3, instead of x we put, well, let's give us a little bit more room because we're going to have to do this twice. 3, instead of x we put -2 plus 4. So y equals -6 plus 4, or -2. So that's one of the values. The other value is y equals 3 bracket 3 plus 4. So this is like writing y equals 9 plus 4, which is like writing 13. So now we have our two values of y are -2, 13. All right, let's take a look at this other one here. We are taking the x value, putting it in for x above. So we have 2 squared plus 2 minus 2. So that gives us 4 plus 2 minus 2, which is 0. So just 4. Very simple. Very nice. All right. And if we take the 4 value in, we have 4 squared plus 4 minus 2. So we have 16 plus 2. So we have 18. Okay, and those two again are our values for y. And last but not least, we're going to plug in this value here. So y equals 2, and then we're going to use 0 minus 7, 0 plus 3. Very, very easy to work with. This is just 3. And the last one here, we have y equals, but we're going to be using 5 instead. So 2, 5 in brackets, minus 7, 5 in brackets, plus 3. This is y is, oh, that should be squared, so 50 minus 35 plus 3. So y equals 15 plus 8, or plus 3, so that's 18. So y is 3 and 18. Interesting. Just two y equals 18s. Alright, so I hope this video helps you understand solving using substitution. There are basically a few things to think about. You need to make sure that you have y equals, or whatever the letter might be, equals on one side before you can do substitution. So if you need to rearrange, like I did here, maybe I'll use green, like I did here, right? If you need to rearrange, go ahead and do that. Okay, and the other thing to think about is that you need to take the x value, put it back in for part that was missing to find the y. Sorry about that. My pen did a weird little thing there. But yeah, that's pretty much it anyway. So thank you for watching, and I hope that this video helps you understand how to solve systems using substitution. Good luck.